if you think we have a special cameraographer helping with these videos, actually, is he who is checking that everything is okay in the cameras?
Yeah, I can't remember.
And all that, the one died.
Hi everyone. So on the last video, we had some good comments. One of them in particular caught our attention. It's from a friend called Roger. And she mentioned how it was interesting to see that we were revealing parts of our life which was non-charitable. Like we're individuals. We have a life which is much bigger than just the charity work that we do. And that's one of the struggles that we've faced over the years. We've been doing this a long time. One of the challenges, because people tend to put us in a box. Oh, that's the charity guy. That's the Food for Life guy. Juliana's the animal lady. She rescues animals. And of course, we're much more than that. So today we're going to talk about that.
Yes, one of the things that people always put us in that, how do you say?
Little box.
In a little box is many times is people is not interested in the other parts of our lives. Another is because it's like they forget that we are a normal human. For some people, it's very important that I am Juliana, the girl who rescued animals, because they need my help to rescue animals. And if I say no for some reason, it's like, oh, that is not Juliana. Oh, what happened with Juliana? Juliana say yes. What is happening with Juliana? Is it that I cannot, or there is many reasons why I'm not going to rescue someone or something like that. So it's like I had fear sometimes to be who I am, because I am not only
Step
the
outside.
vegan who rescued animals. I feel bad sometimes.
I think it's easy for people to like categorize it. You know, I know this person, they are like this. And it's just a simple way to like encapsulate people. But the fact is, we're all very unique individuals made up of wonderfully different experiences and talents and skills and so on. And so we're not just one type of person. So for years, I was always seeing myself as a Food for Life guy. I later rebranded myself as a food yogi.
Yeah, wasn't an exercise that you did, remember? That you brought a letter for you?
Yeah.
That was very interesting.
I realized, although that was correct, yes, I'm the food yogi guy, because I wrote the book Food Yoga, but I'm much more than that. And it's been one of the challenges that I've had over the years, is like how to explain who I am. Like, at the end of the day, I'm Purani Turner, or, you know, most people know me, many of my old friends know me as Priya Vratadas, which is a spiritual name. But I'm an individual and I have different desires and likes and interests. And it's just impossible to like just capture that in one statement. Although I did sort of come up with one interesting way to frame it all, and that is the pragmatic spiritualist. Because it's a running theme in my books. I love to write books. I love to teach people spiritual concepts, but in a way which is accessible to a lay person. It's non-sectarian, non-religious, but I'm presenting spiritual concepts and then backing them up with scientific research to give them validity to a wider audience. And I really enjoy that. And one of the classic examples of that is the book I wrote called The Yoga of Pool, where I talk about billiards, because I was a semi-professional. I used to teach people how to play pool. And I wrote articles about that in a popular billiards magazine, and I converted those articles to a book. And I thought, let me introduce some spiritual concepts. So the sports psychology section of the book introduces Eastern concepts that I learned when I was a monk. As a result, it's one of the most popular billiards books on the market because of that. It's so different.
And we, like everyone, change depends of the life we are living in that moment. I am being a mother in this moment, or I am being a student in this moment, or being a volunteer in this moment. That doesn't mean that we're going to lose the essence, how you say?
Yeah, you're right.
What I really feel I came to this world. I mean, I really came and I really feel I want to help animals. Not rescue animals, help. That is what I'm vegan. Like I change the way that people see animals and teach to people to respect animals. That is, nothing is going to change that. But I have different
ways to do that.
and different stage in my life.
Oh, okay.
Like for example, when I start to do this, I was 20 something, and that changed a lot. I mean, it's been 20 years. I was 20 something, a certain like I was stronger, I'm more passionate, different ways. Even when I check my old Facebook posts, it's like a totally different person. The way that speaks about vegan inside even grow and change and upgrade in the ways I learn more about vegans, for example. What I say about my personal life. And then people don't even know that I mean, I was married before, or people don't know that I really wanted to be a mother, and people don't have idea how I managed to have a newborn baby and feeding dogs and manage a team.
Well, they don't even know that you have a degree in physics.
They don't know that.
That's so unusual.
People only, I feel there is different ways. People only know what they want to know, what is convenient for them to
Of
know.
course.
Like a person who rescue animals, and sometimes I didn't know even the close people. Something really weird happened to me with someone very close a few days ago. This person said things to me that it's like hey, you know me for so many years. You know I know that person. This person was upset in that moment and all that. And then this person apologizes and say it's true. I mean, this is not you. I say, but this person ignored that I was having some moment in my life. I am sad some days too, or very anxious, or totally happy. On some days I wake up, I don't want to do anything at the same time. Some days I don't want to be an activist, and that is okay.
Yeah, and the nature of this type of work, humanitarianism or helping animals, it's a life of service, it's a life of giving, 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 giving. And sometimes that's exhausting. And sometimes we need to give to ourselves. We need time for ourselves. We need to follow other people. Yeah, and it's one of the most important things.
But you know what I feel happen with us is like I think it's our desire to help others and to change the world. It's a little bit mixed with that religious part that we grow, that we are servants, but it's in the bad way. When we went to this doctor that my auntie paid for us in Spain, you
Right.
didn't understand because it was in Spanish, but
No, I mean,
I know you were Australian. She
a
was
kinesiologist.
yes, that she was talking about me, and I said she was asking what I feel, my purpose, and I said I feel I am a servant. I want to serve, and he was like, "This is the big mistake." And I literally say it's a quote that I read before, but I feel very personal. Like, I don't feel comfortable living in a world when I'm being a servant. I feel like I'm cheating, like I taking from the world beautiful things. I don't know,
Well,
the
it
trees,
matches
the
its
animals,
serve.
but I feel that I'm not giving.
Right.
So I have and then when she said this is wrong, you just came to live. If you just want to enjoy, it's okay. It's okay for you just to enjoy. And of course, I like to help others. This is something I
Well,
live
that's what nourishes us at
yes,
the end of the day.
but I feel in this religion thing that they put in us, it's like we are just servant.
Well, I think it's.
And look, my hand, it's like stay there. Just
No, and I think
servant.
what happens is it was so indoctrinated, so heavily programmed into our mind that you're a servant, you're a servant. And although essentially it is true because the soul's nature is to serve and that's what inspires us, but it has to be balanced because at the end of the day, we have personal needs as well. And there's a famous saying, charity begins at home.
Yeah.
So service also begins at home. We have to make sure we're serving ourselves as well, not just giving, 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 giving. And I think that's where the balance is necessary.
Yes, and people forget everything, and it's like a people demand. Like we have this. One time you spoke about this. We have this. We are wearing the servant things
Yeah.
some days. People forget that we are other things. And
Yeah.
when if you someday say no, we don't going to feed the people there, they're going to say why? If you are the
Right,
people
right.
person who do that.
Yeah.
It can be many reasons. Many
Well,
reasons.
Yeah, that's
It's like people think it's mandatory that we respond for what they think we are only that.
you know. Yeah, I think it makes it easier for people. But aside from that, we want to explore or share with you how we have many other aspects of who we are. Like, for example, I love to write and I love to like express spiritual concepts within a very pragmatic way, in a way which is accessible to a lay person. I love to do that. I also like mixed martial arts. I also like billiards. I also like health and nutrition and things like that related to cooking and inventing recipes. This is my food yoga part. So I love that aspect of who I am, the food yogi. because I really believe in this idea that spiritual consciousness or our consciousness evolves once we learn to master the tongue. And that's like a running thing through a lot of my books. Whatever, every book that I write, I sort of slip that information in there because I feel like that's like a secret. I'm sharing a secret, and that's important to me. But at the same time, I'm a creator. I love to like develop things. I'm working on some applications and things like trying to solve problems. I try to be I try to always do creative things. That's what makes me really happy when I'm like either inventing a recipe or creating an application or writing a book, coming up with new concepts, new ways to express certain points. I love that process.
And it's the reason why we decided to start this channel, because we don't know, especially you. You always are, you don't know how to put all what
Good
you
to
do
meet
in
you.
one package. For me, it's a little bit more easy, and it's normally related with animals, but it's the reason why I started this channel, because one of the reasons, because we want people know all the other things who we are, and and how people affect us when they only put one part of us in a box, forgetting who we are. We live a life, we marry, we love, we want to have a family, we don't want to do anything someday.
Sometimes you just want to watch a movie.
I can never have.
I really
People that have no idea.
Yeah, but that's normal too. That's normal for people that have those moments where they just want to just check out and just read a book or watch a movie.
Yes, like I feel that as a
Because it's an exhausting life that we lead.
yeah, yes, I feel as something happened. I feel as a public person, and I don't know it happened to you, but happened a lot to me. As a public person with it's a public place. I mean, people come to visit and all that. People have zero respect for my personal life because they only see me as a Juliana who rescued animals, Juliana who rescued animals, and I have to be available
And you're non-stop.
for them. And I have to be available for them. There is people who write to me and say, "Oh, hello, I see the center in the website. We are arrived in 20 minutes." And it was like, this is insane. I live here. Our house is inside the center. And some days I would like to be in pajamas all day.
Yeah.
I don't have the right to do
Turn
that
off, close
because
the door.
in some moment, people only want to see the Juliana that is good for them, the Juliana who rescued animals. If Juliana change for one day, not change. If you see the other part of the personality of Juliana, in my case, I don't know, it happened to you, people can be upset. Now, happened to you, we have a problem with one person, remember? That people who criticize where we are not the what they expect from us.
Oh yeah, because they think people tend to think, okay, because you're a charity person, you should be a volunteer. Like you shouldn't be getting a wage or
That is the
something
other
like that.
thing.
That's so frustrating. The reality is, for 80% of my life as a humanitarian, and I've been doing this for 40 years, since I was 20. So literally, my first service as a monk was working in the kitchen, preparing meals, which would be distributed to needy people in Sydney, Australia. It was literally my first service, and I was so excited about that because even before I joined, I had this idea: I'm going to be a cook for Krishna. I'm going to be a cook for the temple. And I didn't know how to cook. I just was fascinated by the culinary arts and I wanted to learn. And I ended up doing that. But my first service was actually in the Food for Life project. So I've been doing this since I was 20 and now I'm 61. And 80% of my time of working in charity, at least 80%, has been voluntary. Because
100%.
Yeah, I know you never take a wage.
No.
Yeah, it's so the point I'm making is that it's unfair when people have these expectations of us. Oh, because you're working in charity, you shouldn't be getting a salary. So now we're taking a small salary, way, way, way below standard like levels of salary. It's pretty much like what is it like? What do you say? It's like when it's a beginning wage. What's it called?
The minimum.
Minimum wage. Yeah, it's like a minimum wage. And it's frustrating when people, even get upset when you take a minimum wage. It's crazy.
People get upset with me when I'm sick.
When you get sick. That's not fair.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Because no, they only see the Juliana that she rescued animals. She only rescued animals, and they don't. And it's not. I mean, it's not something that only happened to me. I see many places. I remember the lady that has helped to rescue all the sheep, the big group. She's a teacher in Colombia, and she had all these rescue sheep and a bull and other animals, and she had cancer, and she was fighting for her life and is still working as a teacher to feed the animals that she rescued, and and she asked me for help, and she was looking like really sick, and that is why we help. And
So all the sheep come from her?
yes, the white ones.
The white ones. Okay.
Yes, and she was crying, saying that people don't see about her, and even when she had cancer, and it's obvious cancer. I mean, she looks very sick, super skinny. People still ask help for animals. They call her. There is a dog that needs help, and they need help, and she said, "I'm sorry, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well. The chemios." You should tell that you don't want to help right now on that.
Oh my God.
Literally, I mean, I see it. It happen to many people. We lost the right for.
You
so
feel
many
sometimes
things.
like people just walking on you like a doormat, right? There's their problems and they're just wiping their feet.
Yes, but it's not
It's so
true. I
sad.
mean, people forget, for example, that I need a free day. That normally I say I'm going to have a free day. That never ever work.
Yeah, and if we do get away and have some sort of a holiday, then people get upset. Where'd you get the money to do that, right? Or something. It's frustrating.
Yes, that is another topic that I was thinking to touch in another video, but I think it's related to that, because someone from another sanctuary made a post, and the post was because she got many tattoos, and someone comment like, with that money you used to make tattoos, you should use to feed the animals.
That's not cool.
And suddenly I feel so, it's not only to me.
It's like depriving their need to be an individual.
Yes,
Like,
and this is worse. And suddenly all the if you realize all 90% or more of the directors of funded centers are women, no?
Yeah.
And suddenly all of us start to comment in that post. Each of us starts to comment in that post. Oh, happened to me, happened to me, happened. And in that moment, 2 days ago, something really sad happened to me. I was in that moment in Spain with my son because he was in a contest, a piano contest. People don't.
music contest.
Yes, people have no idea the efforts we did to get there, or how we sleep there. People don't have idea. People only see the Instagram photo and don't have idea what to do. But they don't need to have idea. Actually, it's not their business.
Yeah.
But like we are these charity people and pulling people, it's like we have to give details or details that I don't even have to give to the group.
Yeah.
So this person starts to comment, and all the sanctuary women start to comment that happened to us. So some little detail is happen more to women than men.
Yeah.
And we realize because there are men that from sanctuaries, and I realize they don't do that to them. They do it to us. That thing that we are the working hard, that we never thought that we are the slaves. Anyway. And when she made that post, something was happening to me, and I comment about that. Someone said to me that I live in the privilege. I guess it's because we live in the house in the countryside, and nowadays there is a privilege, because we were in Spain at the moment.
Yeah.
And we travel a lot, and 90% of the time is for work, and it's austerity. People have no idea.
Oh, it's not
To the point that we don't like to travel.
It's not business class.
Yes, but when we have to travel, we're like, oh no, we have to go there. It doesn't matter the country. We try to enjoy all that we can, but it's hard for us. Anyway, this person said, you are in the privilege. Just speak from the privilege. And it feels so offended.
Yeah, it's not.
I mean, this person is not someone important in my life, but it's like I feel that this person was insulting everyone that is doing charity work. Just because we have a different life. People criticize me everything. I have fear to travel. I have fear to post in social media happy moments.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because I have fear that people
gonna judge
criticize how cheap I that food. Even when 90% of the expenses of the center
But I
are
think
from
it's-
our pocket.
I think it's a minority of people, so we have to be careful not to let those people control.
Of course, it's the
Yeah.
minority.
Yeah,
Yes,
most
of
people
course.
don't.
But it's affect you, and
It hurts.
it's mean. I mean, besides that, we have a lot of things in mind, especially sanctuary people. It's like we are non-stop. That someone comment that things that, I mean, minimizing totally that we are humans, and if we want to do a tattoo with our money, we can do it, because doesn't mean that all our money go to charity. No, we need to eat, and I want to buy that socks. I want to have a life to the point that I'm, like I said, my personal Instagram account is private because I have fear. I have fear to, if I post a photo of a good restaurant that I did something good, I have fear that people criticize.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
can't let those people
I know.
control the
I
narrative.
don't
You
know
gotta
what they
ignore those
do.
people. You gotta
I
ignore
have a
those people.
friend that I share this, and she always say they are jealous of your life. Say, I
Yeah.
say jealous of what? That I'm cleaning poop all the time, that I'm working on stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, because people don't know what is behind. People really
Most
think that
people
we're
have
doing
not-
easy.
Yeah, like sanctuaries are a real challenge. It's basically it's fixing fences, it's cleaning poop, it's helping injured animals.
Not sleeping, we sleep terrible.
It's like always is an emergency. Dogs barking.
Dogs barking. Actually, when we planned to
trying to
record all this,
Yeah.
you were very nervous, like, oh, the noise. And I said, just let's do it, because if we wait to the moment that animals are not making noise, it's not possible. So we just have
So
to
the
do
roosters or dogs.
it. It's okay for me, but it's a reality.
Yeah, it's part of our life. But we enjoy it this way. I mean, we enjoy living this life. This is the path that we've chosen. We just wanted to share with you how we're individuals too, like you are. You have a variety of interests, likes, dislikes, and we have different ways that we want to express ourselves. And we're not just the charity people, although that's a very important part of our purpose in this life. But at the same time, we're exploring, we're adventurous, we want to learn different things. They're not necessarily related to charity because ultimately we have our own unique karmic path. We come into this world with a certain set of experiences that we have to have, a certain set of karmic lessons that we need to have, and we've got to fulfill that. We're going to flow with that and live our life the way we think we should live our life. But at the same time, making sure we're living with purpose, and that's where the charity part comes in. Making sure we're doing something, leaving a positive legacy, and whether that's through charitable work or through writing and sharing and guiding someone, the younger generation, or creating something that's uplifting or positive or helpful for someone. That's an important part of the process.
Yes,
as well.
it's important for us to try to find the balance. That
Yeah.
I fight hard for that. It's not easy for me, because if we don't have this balance, we are doing the wrong work. I feel like if I find that balance, because in between my personal life, my personal desires, and my public life, and the purpose of my life, that is help animals, and find that balance, I'm going to mess up everything, everything. And I even in therapy for this. Have to find the balance all the time. So right there, for the people who criticize, or who people who judge what they are doing, or we are not charity people all the time and all that, just breathe and think a little bit. We are doing the things that the minority is doing. Almost not even the 1% of the population dedicate their entire life to help others.
It's true.
Without having nothing in return, just in my case, pure happiness, because I can imagine a life different that help others. But I mean, we have to be kind, we have to be respectful, we have to realize that we are humans too, like Superman movie. For those who watched the last Superman movie, he was talking about that.
He was.
How human we are.
Yeah.
He is not Superman all the time.
Yeah.
He loved, he felt sad, and you saw that scene when he was with his father like a little kid, with all the frustration, looking for shelter. Superman was looking for shelter in a human, and he's an alien.
But he has all these different desires and interests.
And sometimes he was more Clark Kent than Superman, a broken heart, and how hard is to start the day, and all this. And people only need, because they need Superman. They don't need Clark Kent.
So like. We're seen as a charity people, but yes. Superman was seen as just a super guy.
Yes, because what people need. People need Superman. People need Clark Kent.
They need him, yeah.
So
they don't need Clark Kent. They need Superman.
They need Superman. So they need Superman available all the time, forgetting that there is someone behind that is trying to have a human life, because it's not a human. He decides to try to have a human life, and funny thing, taking the more beautiful things about humans, no? And people don't want to see that.
It's true.
People don't want to see Clark Kent. People just want
Well, they
Superman
treat-
because I need Superman. People don't want to know if you are sad one
And
day.
they actually mock it.
Yes, people don't want to know if you are sick.
Yeah.
People, oh, Paul Murray, oh, yeah, blah, blah. No, because they need the Paul who's going to help to feed people.
Right.
People don't care anything that if I'm sick, if I travel, my days would be more. No, people only need Juliana when we need to rescue animal.
Right.
Juliana, we need to rescue animal. And that Juliana had to be available. But the other one is like, and Superman say at the end in the movie, and he literally said to Lex Luthor, that is where you are being brought all the time. Literally is that what you are being brought all the time about me about that. Because I wake up each day trying to be a better person. I want to be kind. I had my broken heart at the time describe and start to describe human things. What people don't want
That's
to
a
do,
good
to see.
analogy.
So it's that I was crying in that movie because I feel I know Superman, of course. It's my favorite superhero. But feeling that broken heart that, and it's something that it's happening more now that I'm getting older. I'm totally satisfied that I dedicate my life to do what I'm doing, and if I have to work again possible, I will do it again.
Right.
But I reduce or didn't do so many
The
things
point
in
is,
my life.
there's more than one layer.
Yes,
many
yes,
layers.
and I am 43 now, and
Right.
I don't know if it's too late, but I want to explore that other parts of my life
course.
because it's natural in me. That is what humans do, like a little baby. The little baby want to touch that. And what is that? And try, oh, I don't like this, and try to touch the electricity.
Mhm.
19, I am that little baby still. I want to do this. Let's see if I know how to paint, you know?
Well, I saw you took up ukulele lessons.
Yes, that is, I feel proud when I do that
That's
little
cool.
things because I don't have time. I don't have
It's
time.
not
I don't
too
know.
late.
And I always want one of my dreams. The second option, if I have 3 options in life: rescue animal, that is the purpose of my life, and study science because I'm going to be a scientist, and but it's too hard work and I'm not that super smart, and to be a rock star, but I have 0 talent. Oh, that is the dream of my life. You can't imagine the concerts that I give when I'm in the shower. And that is one of the dreams of my life too. And of course I don't have the talent. I have the spirit, but not the talent. And I decided to take ukulele lessons a few days ago too. I don't want to die without get a little bit of
That's
at
cool.
least I know how to play an instrument, you know?
Yeah.
For myself, not for myself.
I've always wanted to learn piano. Now I have a son that knows how to play piano.
No, part of my frustration I'm cleaning with him to see him giving concerts and all that. It's like, oh yeah, like a rock star.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's like you have to be you, do you. Like you can't live someone else's life. And this is one of the big lessons I learned when I was a monk, because when you're a monk, you sort of sacrifice your individuality. You just become a servant of the mission, and you can't really cultivate these extra desires. It's frowned upon. Like you have to do this, you have to live your life like this, you have to get up at this time, go to sleep at that time. It's very regimented, very restricted, and that was frustrating for me, particularly for someone like me who was very naturally creative. So as a result, I wasn't your average monk. I was learning things all the time, even though I was following the rules and regulations. I was reading books on communications and public relations and writing and graphic design, and I was teaching myself skills that could be used in my service, and sort of trying to improve myself, trying to add more and more layers of who I am, which I enjoyed, and I've continued that process.
Yeah, this is a topic that we're going to take many times in different. You're going to see this topic always jump in different things because it's a very important of our life, and like we say, we open the channel so people know the other part
Who
of
we are.
us,
Who we really
who
are.
we really are, like a Moana.
Who you truly are.
So we want to definitely talk about,
There is going to be many inside charity things.
but also the mystical stuff.
Yeah, yes, there's so many topics.
No, we're
We
talking
have-
about Bimmel's birth and this
We
and
have
that.
so many things
Is that-
inside.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Because
But-
we touched on it the last video.
Yeah. So we are starting a little conclusion about what we told today is be kind with others, especially for those who are trying to change the world, and for those who are doing what you don't want to do or what is not easy for you to do. That is to help others, and it's not easy for everyone. Be kind because you don't know what is behind. You don't know what is happening behind. You don't know if that night before I was crying before I rescued that horse.
Yeah, don't assume and judge a book by its
the
cover. There's
effort.
so many layers
Yeah.
behind it. We all have many layers. We're all very multi-layered individuals, and so we're just like you. We have many different passions, and we're exploring that and living our life, trying to fulfill our life with as many experiences as possible.
And the fact that we decide to help others don't give anyone the right to abuse of that.
Yeah.
Because that is something that humans do all the time, abuse of the kindness of others. And it's so painful. It's so painful. And something that I don't like that people do with me all the time, the high expectations.
Oh, the expectations.
People have, I don't know what happened to you.
Yeah, the people have expectations of
High expectations.
what they want you to be like.
And if I make one mistake, it's insane.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad about it. So just relax. We are just human. We are just like you. You don't know what is happening before. So be careful when you judge others, especially the other ones that are trying to change the world, as I say. That we are working so hard with a mission, and those who are doing what you are not doing, and where you are not ready to do, or what is hard for you, that is held for free. Without salary, without anything.
And we appreciate all of the support that we get on that path.
Yes, in the past we have excellent person. That is not only
Because of difficult.
economical support to support our work. It's beautiful, or like a Jean-Pierre the little miracle coin.
Yeah, exactly.
That was like $1 million there.
Shout out to Jean-Pierre, excellent, wonderful friend.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, he was. He knew that I was going through a tough time, and he gave me a miracle coin. That was just a nice gesture. It was like,
yeah.
That made me feel like I was cared for. That he actually really cared about me, and I was very inspired and encouraged by that.
It's hard, no? That we care about everyone, and to find at least one person to care about us, that really made that call. How you doing? Look, I was thinking in you when I phoned.
Yeah, unconditional acts of kindness. It's all about paying it forward, doing something kind every single day, doing something nice for someone without any expectation of return. It's called selfless service. And that unconditional service is what really fuels the soul and really gives us purpose and makes us completely fulfilled. So the more you can do that, the better it is. But at the same time, as I mentioned, charity also begins at home, so you have to take care of yourself as well.
We are right now in our office, in home where we work, and you may think everything is super fancy at the center, but if you check there, Bimal is homeschooling, and that is the part where he does. And if you think we have a special camerographer helping with these videos, actually, is he who is checking that everything is okay in the cameras.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And all that. The one died. So thank you so much, and we are very happy that people like our videos.
See you next time.
Bye. I want to add something that I feel I didn't in the video that we just record. It's like I want to mention how thankful we are with all the people that really see us as a humans and are being supporting us all these years in so many ways, not only with donation to our charities, but being there with us, being real friends, real family. I mean, even the close members of my family, my brother, my sister, and my auntie Sita, she supports us so much in so many ways.
Shout out to Sita.
Yes, amazing. All our close friends, and Carolina, Jean-Pierre, people that I feel weigh nothing in return. Just being there when they can is not like a mandatory. Roshan, Joe. There's a lot of amazing people that really believe in us for real, with all our mistakes. Adrian. It's a huge list there. Now I have fear to leave someone behind. What is that? You know who you are, and we are very, very thankful. with everyone. I just want to add that because I feel I was complaining too much, but was a moment in the video that things that I want to say and I don't have the chance to say public.
And it's not always easy to have the right words at the right time. Sometimes you go on a thread and you say something, and it's only when you step back and look at the conversation.
When you
realize,
finish.
I needed to balance it this way.
Exactly.
But yeah, we love you all, people that have been with us all this time, supporting us and following our journey. And there's more to share. We've got a lot of exciting things coming up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.